Hi, I'm Keegan, and this is A Bunch of Gamers. This is the second part of Mark's spiritual journey. I'm going to go to the chat room and have my two players introduce themselves.
Hi, everybody. I'm Adam. I play Mark Bishop, known as Guides the Fallen in Garu Society. He is a third of the Children of Gaia.
Hello everyone, my name's Sean. I'm playing Zeb, known amongst the Guru as Speaks-with-Sweet-Whispers. He is also a Theurge, however, of the Silent Striders.
Mark, you and the little bear are now in familiar territory. The island forests greeting you of your home.
Am I still in the Umbra?
You are still in the Umbra when you see a bird spirit giving a call out, an alarm, warning, and danger. In the distance, you hear the howls of the Garu who call this place home. What do you do?
I immediately run towards the bird, and I ask him, where's danger?
As it goes, it looks at you funny as you hear the howls coming towards you.
I'll change into lupus form, and I'll try to find somewhere to hide.
Okay.
And yeah, that's what I'll do.
All right.
Oh, I need to roll for...
Dex stealth, please.
Yeah, because...
Difficulty 5.
Alrighty. 4 successes.
You dive for the nearest burrow as you hide yourself, as you see two familiar wolves approach. One is Lucy Rends the Wicked, and the other is Carl Sits and Calm. There's a third wolf with them, a younger-looking wolf, who appears more jackal than wolf, as they look around, as Sits and Calm shifts into Krynos and goes, "Mighty bird, where is the intruder? Where has he gone?"
Oh, okay. So I hear all this, and what I'll do is while in my lupus form, coming out, I will say her name and announce my presence.
Sounds good. As Rends the Wicked turns, shifting into Hamid. Mark?
And I'll switch into Hamid. Lucy!
What are you doing here? Where's your pack?
Frankly, I don't know, because I'm on a spiritual journey and it led me here. I've been in the Umbra for who knows how long.
I see.
What's today's date? What's today?
Today is May the 8th.
Oh, wow. I spent 10 days in the Umbra. Wow. Oof. Lucy, I got some stuff to tell you.
I'm sure. Mark, this is Zeb. He's a guest at the Karen. He has just arrived recently.
Hello, Zeb. I'm
Alright,
Mark, Guides the Fallen.
I'll shift into Hamid. He's a thin, wiry guy, deeply tanned, wearing some pretty dusty clothing, I suppose, and the most significant feature of him is there's a pretty garish scar where his left eye used to be, and some pretty significant remainder of the damaged tissue there. He'll stick out a hand. Mark, Zeb, pleasure to meet you. They call me Speaks-with-Sweet-Whispers.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Speaks with Sweet-Whispers. And as I extend a hand, do you know what my character looks like?
I do not.
Okay, so my character is a 15-year-old teenager that is 6'5", and is basically a large mound of Wisconsin farm boy.
Right.
He's got shoulder-length, long brown hair. A little bit is braided kind of to the side. A memento from Lola from their time hanging out at the Bone Gnawer moot. And he has glowing amber eyes and significantly thick 5 o'clock shadow for a 15-year-old. It's a pleasure to meet you as I surround your hand.
Oh yeah, and I turn my gaze slightly upward.
And I just kind of shake it. I don't know, maybe shaking your body with it too.
Oh, He's got a grip on him a little bit, but still, wiry guy. Definitely not the mammoth mountain which you are. You're on a journey, Mark.
Yes, my pack and I just last month went through a rather hard task.
Sits in calm goes, let us move out of the Bawn and towards the cairn proper. We have spirits here to deal with the banes that come. We will speak more of that towards the center. It's good to see you, Mark.
It's good to see you too. As I place my hand on my chest and I give like a slight little head bow.
He nods back and shifts into his lupus form as you all head off to the cairn proper.
And on the way there, I will update everybody of what Mark has been through since the last meeting, with the wharf warehouse.
Okay. As you you regale them with the story of going to Scotland, finding the last white howler. They seem enthralled, though in some ways skeptical.
Whether that happened or not.
Yeah. As they listen carefully when sits in calm goes, this is fortuitous, though, Mark, for it seems that our friend here is seeking his right to reach the level of Fostern. Are you ready to become Fostern as well?
It would be a great honor to go through the trial with a fellow Thurge. I would gladly take this trial.
Excellent. Are you all right with this? Speaks.
I certainly am. It'd be an honor to especially hearing Mark's tale and what he's regaled us with now. I can only imagine what this challenge might bring to us and what wisdom we might gain.
The challenge will be a bit more difficult as there are two of you. Sits in calm goes, and I will be administering it as the local Thurge. Come this way, for this is for your ears only for now. Please.
Of course. And as we walk away, I'll kind of put a hand on Zeb's shoulder, and I'll lean down and I go, though the challenge may be more difficult, this is an opportunity to prove what the Childergai are for. To unite, Garu.
I look forward to telling your tale.
Alone now, in one of the more dark parts of the forest, as the trees extend out and you see Luna's crescent form hanging overhead, waxing towards her full strength, sits in calm, takes a moment and takes a deep breath. O Mother, hear my calls as you show your favor to us, those of the crescent moon. Looking up, Mark, you are able to gain full rage, and you regain 1 willpower thanks to the relief of coming home.
Okay. And is that temporary?
Yep, so you regain 1 temporary willpower since you were out.
Okay.
And then you're full up to your permanent and temporary.
Okay, cool. And I am still empty gnosis. All right.
Yep. For you show us the way, and the spirits are open. Know this. The great spirit who guards this cairn is the Great Lake Superior, a powerful spirit whose waves crash with the strength of the wild, but whose form and life carries bits of the Weaver, and even carries some of the balance worm within itself as it drags down and destroys those who would break balance. Oh, Great Lake Superior has done well for this cairn, and it has watched us for many, many years. Great Lake Superior is now in danger, and it is now your turns to help it. We will go to the shore, and I will call upon the spirit for you to see. Are you ready for this challenge?
I'm ready, sits and calm.
I'm ready, sits and calm.
Then come, for the time is now, as he marches off to the opposite end of the island from where the heart of the cairn is. You see the waves darkly lapping. Only the moon, much larger as she always is in the umbra, hangs overhead, glistening silver, dancing upon the waves. Sits in calm, begins to chant, calling upon the great totem, as you see the great spirit of the lake rise up, a washing mass of oceanic presence, taking the form of a man or possibly a woman. Its gender and its form shifts back and forth like the winds as it begins to approach. Its voice shakes like a tsunami as it goes, "Are these the ones?" Sits in calm, simply nods. Greeting. Go ahead.
I approach from behind, non-threateningly, of course, and I kind of take a knee and I go, "Greetings, Reverend Spirit. I am Guides the Fallen."
Greetings, Guides the Fallen. It has been some time since you've communed with me. It is good to see you returned.
Yes, Spirit. It is good to be home again and to feel your presence.
I'll step forward also, kneeling down with arms outstretched, head bowed slightly. I speaks with sweet whispers. I serve Owl, but I serve all Guru. It's a pleasure to be within your presence.
Owl's children. That I have seen only a few times. His children, of course, are always welcome here and in these forests. You may have special gifts, then, that can aid in your quest. Can I get a perception alertness from the both of you? Difficulty 6.
Certainly.
All right.
Let's see. One success. Ooh.
Also 1.
That's all you need. You notice
got this,
something.
buddy.
You notice something strange. It's only a moment. It's a flash, maybe a shimmer, as you see something that looks almost red and then suddenly green, like balefire for a moment, as it disappears back into the body of Great Lake Superior. There are beings within my body, releasing terrors within. I feel the corruption spreading. I require you to relieve this burden from me. Find the spirits that harm me. Find them and stop them, whatever means necessary, and stop them from the taints. Call upon whatever spirits you need to bring about cleansing.
Of course, Great Spirit.
Sits in calm, stands up and goes, "You will require these. Take your Krynos form, for that is the shape that we believe you must take."
I will shift into Krynos form. Let's see. I'll just use an action, I guess.
Yeah, there's no risk of failure here, so you can just do it.
I forgot about that. Yeah. God. Okay, yeah. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sits in calm, has 2 beautiful flowers in his hands. As he ties one into your hair, Guides the Fallen and places it near your nose, and then does the same to you, speaks with sweet whispers, and ties it to your mane, going, "These simple flowers will help you breathe in places that you cannot in the Umbra." As you see Great Superior's body actually starting to rip open, and it looks like an entire universe within him of watery brine to leave, swim up with all your strength, and you shall be released from my body.
okay. So alright, I will give a look at Zeb at Speaks with Sweet-Whispers, and I will kind of gnarl my teeth a little bit, mimicking a smile as best as a Krynos can, and I kind of give a growl and a twitch of the ear and face, asking, "Are you ready, brother?"
I'll nod.
Then wade forth and enter.
Okay, so I will lean forward.
You start walking through the shoreline as you feel the water getting higher and higher, even getting to waist high, even in your Krynos form, before you touch the massive body, universe, world lying within the spirit. As you leap forward and dive in, you slowly float to the bottom, and your feet gently land upon the soft silt of the world beneath the lake. It expands out in all directions as you see great rock formations twisting and spiraling, almost like buildings. You see threads of spider silk, even here, the weaver's presence becoming all-encompassing in some ways. And in the distance, you see a shattered ship of iron.
I'll extend my arm out and I'll point at the ship, kind of indicating that we should check that out.
He'll nod again, start moving toward it.
You move, and though you feel the water jostling your fur, the walk is as easy as if you walk through air. Moving through, and you see the dim moonlight up above, creating slivers of silver in all directions as you get to the shattered ship. There's a horrifying smell. The smell of ink. The smell of rust. And the smell of hate bubbles in this place.
I'll turn to Zeb, and I'll try to see if I can communicate to him in Krynos form.
You are able to speak.
Oh, okay. So, okay, that's right, because the Garu have, like, the language they speak in Krynos form, too.
Yep.
Forgot about
If you want to speak English, you have to spend 1 willpower to be able to speak English for a scene.
Okay, but if I just want to speak Garu, fine.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. All right. Anyway, I turn to Zeb and I say, "Can you hear me, brother?" And as I hear myself, I kind of, this is most odd.
I can. I do. This is truly, truly vile.
Oh, you feel it too.
I
Do you see the silver in there?
It's a disgusting web.
Something to torment the Great Lake Superior has to be filled with so much hate. Certainly has to be human-made, though. Look at this, it's a ship.
Great Lakes are known for a few, but nothing quite like this.
Probably
so far
lost.
as I know.
Well, being raised here, native here, kind of common to see ships like this, kind of years ago sink. But yeah, let's go inside. See if we can stay away from that silver as best as we can.
Okay, you get inside. Looking around, I will need an investigation or survival. Different ones will give you different results.
All right. So I have nothing in investigation, so I'm gonna have to roll survival.
I'm gonna go for investigation. Is that int investigation?
Yep.
Okay.
Int or perception.
Okay.
Int or perception? Oh, I can choose either.
What was the difficulty?
6.
3.
Perfect. So, Speaks with Sweet Whispers, you notice that there are several spiritual impressions of tar sand oil, and they have been ripped apart. This is likely what's helping to drive some of the corruption, but you notice something else. You see that there's an impression of a hand that seems to have ripped it, a human-shaped hand. And you see what appears to be tatters of old cloth, old-timey even.
Like old wool, old linen.
Yeah, old linen, like think common clothing from the early 20th, late 19th century.
Sure. And is it bubbling? You said that there's kind of a description of this substance. Is it bubbling and floating, or is it?
It's this bubbling. There's bubbles of it, and there's globs of it, of this kind of tarish oil that globs to the top of the ship, and some of it has clearly spread into the rest of the body of this great spirit. Things that happen in the Umbra will occasionally reflect back in the physical realm, and these canisters are likely no different Even if the physical containers haven't been ripped apart, they have likely sprung a leak now and bring the same levels of corruption that if they were ripped open would bring in the physical realm.
They're rusting and leaching in the physical world, but here in the spiritual realm, they've been ripped. Understood.
And
Spirit of some kind.
And then finally, guides the fallen. Looking through, you notice that this ship is not too terribly old. The barnacles haven't even set in yet, but you do find that silt from the ground has been disturbed. There are footprints, many footprints, well over a dozen at least, distinct, carrying various levels of weight, as well as what appears to be some sort of drag leaving this area. When the drag starts to go, the footprints also disappear.
Thinking back to what Sits and Calm said about the flowers, I kneel in and I give a sniff of the footprints.
Okay, perception alertness, or perception primal urge, actually.
Perception primal urge. I knew that would be a good idea to put points into. Awesome. All right. Difficulty.
We're gonna go with 6.
Okay. 2.
Taking a deep breath, you get this smell. It almost gags you in a way. It's that mixture of smell of freezer burn and decay, of rotting flesh and rotting linen. You also get the strange smell of blood, old blood perhaps, and that sort of cold, like I said, that freezer burn.
I kind of rear upwards, and I kind of pat at my nose, and I give a disgusting.
What do you have?
Found footprints, many footprints over here, and it looks like as if they were carrying and dragging something. There's some weight to it, but they disappear off into the distance. The smell, though, I wouldn't suggest it. It god awful. Just recently, we had to deal with out of character. What did we just deal with in Wisconsin? It was at the warehouse.
A blight.
A blight. That was it. Okay. Back in character. We just recently had to deal with a blight here. This is possibly where it got its foothold.
Are they capable? I'll point to the handprint on the hull of the ship. Are they capable of tearing something open like this?
Possibly. We ran into many Fomore, and there was a very, very, very strong shifter with them.
Keegan, are those remnants of fabric like floating around, or are they kind of clung to the side of the ship?
They're kind of clung to the side of the ship.
Okay. I'll pull a piece away to kind of handle it, sense it, investigate it, a little bit closer. Probably do something similar to what he did with the footprints. Smell it.
Okay. Give it a smell. You get the same sort of freezer burn smell from it. But you get something else from the cloth specifically. Coal and grease.
I kind of hand the fabric over to Mark.
What do you have here?
It smells of coal and grease. Maybe from being deep inside the ship.
Possibly remnants of the ship itself.
Definitely something off of the people carrying it.
The Fomore that we had to deal with. Probably. Bear with me here. This blight. When I mean there was Fomore, by God there was Fomore. Or rather, let's edit that. By Gaia, there was Fomore. There was a big operation that was happening. They possibly could have come across this in the Umbra and used whatever they could in the physical from this to help fuel their operation. There might be some lingering essence or bane spirit here.
And they're leeching off it slowly over time. Could be.
And this handprint here could be our baney friend. Something to rip something like that in the spiritual realm.
There's power behind it.
Stans and Calm did say this would be difficult, but I'm glad to have an ally with me. I wouldn't have it any other way.
It's a pleasure to be here. Keegan, did it rend the hole when those handprints were there? Was it as if like a hand reaching, a human-sized hand, like pulled this thing apart?
Yes.
Is that the look that I have in the Umbra? Okay.
Yep.
Is there light emanating from the breach in the hull?
Yes, there's silver light from Luna.
Okay.
Oh, that's what you meant by silver.
Yep.
Okay, my bad. Oh, dang. I feel a fool now. Okay.
It's okay.
No big. Anyway. I say we should go deeper.
I believe we must.
Definitely. We'll find more answers, and it's answers that we seek.
Most certainly. Are there, Keegan, actually I will look up before we start digging more deep in the hole. Are there like fish spirits or something around here currently, or is it just us in this ship and everything else is kind of devoid?
There's no fish spirits here right now.
Okay.
It seems they were driven off. It's rare for a place to be this devoid of life, especially in a spirit as great as Lake Superior.
I would ask them what they saw, but they'd probably be too afraid to come back here after whatever it is chased them off.
What are you looking at? What are you talking about?
Fish. There's no spirits of fish around. No life around here other than you and I.
Mark will finally snap out of his focus and look around and notice that all that there is just a green algae universe around him. No life, no spirits. This is concerning. Lake Superior is in torment. Come, let us do what we've been sent here to do.
Very well.
And then I'll turn and make my way towards deeper into the ship.
Moving through the ship, you see more of the footprints, and you see that someone tore into it.
The ship?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Can we get a description of the tear?
Yeah, it looks like someone punctured in with something and then peeled back from the outside to come in. You see more of those footprints in the sands and the silts outside. They go around the ship and head back to that drag mark that goes off into the distance.
I'll take my Krynos finger
Mm-hmm.
and I'll gently rub it on the giant scratch marks to get like a feel for them. And then I'm going to kneel down and look at the footprints to see if there are different kinds of footprints.
Okay. You're looking around. The only thing that really differs is size. They all look like shoe prints. Some are more gentlemanly, actually. Two of them have kind of a gentleman's shoe or dress shoe kind of appearance, while the others look like boots.
Here, what do you think of this? As I turn around and kind of point down at the footprints.
Take a look more closely.
And I'll describe the different... It's like, these look like dress shoes, these look like boots. What do you think of this?
Well, I have some suspicions, but should I make an occult roll here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Intelligence occult, please.
Difficulty?
We're going to go with 7.
All right, pardon the pun here. Ah, I see you're a man of a culture too.
Nice.
2 successes.
Nice.
With those 2 successes, you've heard of that ghosts can sometimes have unnatural strength, but they're very rare in the Umbra.
It could be ghosts, but when's the last
Ghosts?
time you've seen a ghost?
Human spirits?
Human spirits.
Truly, I must say, in my time in the Umbra, I have not come across an actual, true human spirit.
Well, this might be part of our story around the fire, my friend.
This could very well make a great story around the fire, my friend. I have an idea. What if, because we're dealing with human spirits, and I'm embarrassed to ask. I feel I shouldn't ask what breed you are, but I am Hamid. And in my raising, there were these TV shows about ghost hauntings. Are you familiar with this?
I grew up on a farm in the Midwest. I'm familiar.
Ah, fellow farm boy. Love it. And I give him like a slap on the shoulder.
And I am familiar with these shows.
Ah, good. So, you could follow my line of reasoning here. Something must have happened on this ship while it was sinking to cause such a huge impact on the Umbra. Possibly, there's still the Bane thing out there.
A horrible trauma that, a sinking in a storm, especially here, no way of rescue, especially on the Great Lakes.
Definitely. And who knows how far the Great Spirit sent us out into the lake.
This is very true.
So what are you guys doing?
Right now, we're kind of in the more deep into the hole, and we're investigating these footprints, and you bringing up ghosts, or during his occult role. I don't know, I'm just kind of going for spiritual investigation. That's just like what we're here for. Now we have like two theories. It's like there's possibly a Bane here, or there's possibly like a huge human spirit presence here.
I'm in line with your line of thinking that a Bane would certainly feed upon the suffering of a crew of a ship.
Definitely.
Especially if it had coal and fuel. But is this that old? I don't know much about ships.
We haven't come across the name of the ship yet. Possibly we could...
Judging from your experience, Mark, just because you grew up here, this specific ship is not actually too terribly old. It looks very similar to ships you had seen in your childhood.
Okay. This ship, not too terribly old. I remember seeing a ship kind of like this in my childhood. But missing ships happen all the time on the Great Lakes. Possibly could have sunk just recently, for all we know.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem too rusted. I'm sure if it was so long ago, the thing would be covered in algae and in life.
Well, unless, again, the darkness here prevents even that from growing.
Well, and that's what we're here to investigate.
Certainly.
A Bane could certainly be feeding off ghosts here, but need to find more answers. These footprints keep reoccurring, and they keep looking like they're dragging something. I say we should follow these footprints, see where they lead us.
You want to follow where they were collecting things, or where they're taking?
Where they were taking them.
Okay.
We know they were possibly taking them from the ship. We need to figure out where they were going.
I agree.
You move through the waters, following the trail. You notice something dark upon the horizon as you get closer to whatever it is you're seeking. The smell of coal fills your nostrils. As you get closer and closer and closer, you finally see an old metal ship, rusted through, the hull with a massive hole, but the old ship name still emblazoned upon it. The SS Bannockburn emblazoned on the side. You can both do an intelligence occult roll. Sig, because you grew up in the area, the difficulty for you is 5. For you, Sean, the difficulty is 7.
Okay.
Oh, no!
You didn't botch, though. It's okay.
That's good. I didn't botch. A botch would be, wow, look at that microwave.
Would either of you like to use your mulligan chip for the session?
I would like to use my mulligan.
Okay. Make that reroll.
Yeah. There we go.
There you go.
Look at that.
This is a famous ship.
I was
The
about to ask.
the SS Bannockburn sank, or supposedly sank, back in 1902. The ship sailed out with a giant collection of wheat with 21 souls aboard. It vanished, and no one has ever found the ship again. But that doesn't mean the ship hasn't been sighted. There have been many sightings and other ships that claim they have seen the ship upon the horizon, and as they saw it, they ran aground and their own ships began to sink, with everyone trying to climb off board. It is one of the oldest haunted ships upon Lake Superior.
I knew it. That name sounded so familiar. Dang. Nice. And I recount this history to Zeb, and I'm kind of standing there, and I kind of slump my Krynos shoulders in a little bit of disbelief, being a local, saying, it was like, oh my goodness, like, it's real. Like, of all the things I faced, the Umbra, the Taint, the everything, I'm surprised by this.
He'll kind of do the knees on the knees on his, or hands on his knees. At least is what you could do in the in Krynos form. The same thing. Kind of exhale a bit. I wish I hadn't skipped Great Lakes history.
Yeah, this explains the smell of the coal and the grease. Good idea on the rag there, Zeb.
Well, every little bit came together for us.
Mm-hmm. Starting to come together now.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
that's a mighty influential bane, if that's what's guiding it all.
Indeed.
But what a story.
You like stories, don't you?
I do.
Mhm.
Especially when they're true, and especially when they're about me.
The humble type. I could appreciate that.
I kid. Usually, talking about everyone else is much more my forte. Story. I enjoy talking about everyone enjoys the tale of our success. I want to hear about how the group made the world better.
The nation definitely needs more stories like those. Well then, how about we give the nation a good story then?
I think we shall. I think you'll bring us together and we can tell this tale.
So what would you guys like to do?
All right.
We're gonna follow that. We're gonna follow those footprints.
We're gonna fuck some shit up. No, I'm kidding. What are we, a bunch of get offenders? No.
We ain't built for this. Yeah.
All right. So, what were you thinking?
At least where it's being brought. So maybe this is just one example of things that are being taken from an old ship and brought somewhere else. But at this point, all I can think of is to your point, where is it being brought and what's there? Because my thinking is these are servitors bringing resources back, right? Scavenging or otherwise. So I think we're on the right track to go and figure out where these folks are going, where they're taking this stuff.
Well, the difficulty now is the nature of stealth.
Yeah.
Given as stands in calm said, this is to be done in Krynos.
Part of the
Though you do notice that there's more life now, more algae and things like that. Though some of the smoke that hits the plants, you do see them wither a bit from the stacks of the old iron ship.
But wait. Maybe stealth isn't required. Look, there's fish spirits.
There are indeed.
Maybe just a calm, brisk walk to the front door?
We could maybe speak to a few of these fish, though, and see what they've seen.
Oh, possibly. How about you have a go at it?
All right. So I guess really kind of fish by type, and it really doesn't matter. Some that have at least returned to the area, and let's give it a go with spirit speech to see if I can communicate with some of the fish in the area here.
Okay, you are greeted by a rock bass fish spirit.
Okay. Hello, friend. I'm just seeing some of you and others coming back. What chased you away?
The darkness, the smell, clogs the gills.
How long has make sure I ask these questions correctly. How long have you been away?
Some time.
Has it always been here?
The ship.
The darkness?
The dark.
The ship. Has the ship always been here?
Ship has been here for some time. Not always. Between the time of the forming of the lakes, Yet, or it was here after the forming of the lakes, but before the ships grew so large.
Have you seen men here walking?
Yes, the men of the frozen flesh.
Where do they?
Go ahead.
Where do they congregate? Where do they go?
They go on the ship. They've changed. They've changed for some time.
How have they changed?
Before they swam with the rest of the deep, they would try and swim up, take the ship up, and leave. But always the ship would come down. Until some time ago, they were taken by something else.
The men were taken.
Yes, briefly. I couldn't really see.
The darkness.
No, not the darkness. The darkness came after that. After the rest of the deep reached out to them, then they have turned to the breaking of the darkness, the shattering of old things locked away.
What's out there? What are they trying to break free?
They're trying to change the lake, the smell of corruption. Though it is going to take some time, the moon will turn one day and Great Superior will be nothing but rust and darkness that chokes the gills and causes us to float with our bellies to the sky and feel the air upon our corpses.
Well, I hope that day does not come. I'll turn to Mark.
Mm-hmm.
The men here, well, the ghosts here that are trapped, the spirits of the men. The fish spirits here say originally they were just trying to escape from the deep, couldn't, but now this darkness has changed them, corrupted them, and that it grows. And the rock bass here, our friend, fears his death pending as this darkness grows within Great Lake Superior. Much of this we already knew, save for the corruption of these men, how it changed.
So it does seem something has changed these spirits.
Oh, yes. The fish kind of chimes in. Yes.
Huh.
They've been changed. As another kind of school of fish spirits move by, as you hear their many voices going, they haven't been changed truly. One, you see another one going, I've heard them complain about the duties they perform. But they have been promised a chance to escape.
A promise? What's this promise?
Shatter the pollutants, bring it all up, blacken the seas, and then rusts of the deep will become Lake Superior.
Guides the Fallen will kind of snarl a little bit and go, worm taint.
This is certainly a pact of the worm.
Mm.
These restless dead, these humans being convinced that this is the way the worm corrupts.
Mm.
Desperation and fear, all the tools they need. I'll kind of look back to the rock bass.
Okay.
You, my friend, go to safety, and my friend and I here will see if we can ensure your belly isn't shown to Luna.
We all thank you as the spirit kind of divides into a small school and goes off.
And I'll turn to the school of fish that kind of wandered by, and I'll say, and warn other spirits nearby, there could be violence soon.
They simply kind of give that gurgling bloop and start going off.
Well, that's certainly filled in a lot of holes. Well, what do you say, Zeb? Kind of sounds like we're dealing with some reluctant workers here.
Think so.
Yeah.
Think so.
And
freeing them from the thrall of the worm sounds like a mighty noble task too.
Doing the work of Gaia is always noble work. Now, come, brother, and I'll kind of turn to him and I'll kind of give him a thumbs up, but the thumb's kind of pointing at me, and I go, "It's time to get the union. Time to get the union involved."
Very well, my friend.
And so you continue on. As you see some of the workers coming out, you see the people now. Their bodies have kind of a bluish chill to them. And you notice some that have shards of bone sticking out of their legs, some with cuts completely unhealed, as you see the death wounds upon their bodies, as you see them taking chunks of the rusted and corroded barrels and throwing it. As you see a spirit there, it is a swirl of water, oil, and particles of rust as it starts to consume the bits of barrel, and you see the rust within it grow and its body start to grow as well, as it undulates like an eel, its head like a serpent, and its eyes blazing with green balefire.
Uh-oh. Dang it. Oh, hold on, pause. The green glowing eyes again. I'm just remembering the freaking the giant worm spirit we fought. Dang it, what are those called again?
Oh, Nexus crawlers?
Nexus crawlers.
It is not a Nexus crawler.
Okay, good. Oh, it's like, at first I was like, well, gee, Keegan, you said it was going to be difficult, but... Anyway, ignore my tangent. Go on.
It speaks to the crew as it sounds like rusting and moving rust and gurgles, though they seem to understand, and you do too, as their spirit speech as it goes, good, keep going. Earn your freedom. Earn your freedom. Make me strong, and I can get you out of here.
That's certainly not how you run a business. and there's like a blowfish with a drum set. Never mind, sorry. Being silly right now. Alright. So, out of character, what do you think we should do? Like... Because, like, are we, like, a good distance away? It
hasn't seen you yet.
Okay, the spirit hasn't noticed us, but we can clearly hear it. It likes to definitely announce its presence. So,
We could send a message back, letting, informing the Cairn here of what we found.
That would void your rite.
Oh,
yeah.
You have to solve it.
Yeah, we are here to solve it.
We are here to solve it.
So, from what I know about Werewolf the Apocalypse, this is like a two-sided coin. So we're clearly dealing with a corrupting spirit that is asking these spirits to, corrupt more.
Yep.
But who's to say that, like, what if this spirit's just been tainted and we just need to cleanse this spirit and we don't need to slay it? Does that make sense?
It does. If we had to, free the taint from it.
Right, because just coming in here and slaying a spirit, that's Red Talon stuff. That's Get Fenris stuff. This is Children of Gaia. This is the moral gray area stuff.
Well, part of this is going to be, maybe looking a little bit closer to see, hey, can we determine if it is corrupted?
Yeah,
but
it could still very well just be a bane, though.
And then we do our cleansing rite and we purge it from this place.
Yeah, that's simple enough. We can definitely cleanse this area, and the soot could also act as our circlet. Does that make sense? Because we are supposed to draw on the ground with a piece of wood that's burning or embering. Do we have this? That's the true question.
Charcoal maybe, or something else here.
Can we make like a roll of the god dice to see if
you could. So while you don't seem like you could set your stuff on fire through any conventional means, the fire of the ship is clearly burning the coal underwater. Perhaps if you got those human spirits, those ghosts on your side, you would be able to perform some cleansing.
All right, sweet. Nice little author notes. I like that. Okay, so that sounds like an idea. I say we should try to find a rather upset spirit who, like, still reluctantly works, but is probably the most verbal of the human spirits about
someone
it.
that's complaining while they're doing it.
Yeah, kind of someone that's complaining while doing it, and we just kind of, catch their attention. Don't really scare them, but just kind of like, hey, come here. We got a proposition for you. We will free you, and we there is nothing that you will have to do for us except just get us some burning coal. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait, that's the conundrum right there, actually. Because this guy promised the same thing.
Yeah.
I
mean, so I'm actually looking at.
We just got to be forthright and honest. We just got to say let's explain the whole process to them. Like, this is a spirit. So we can explain that, like, hey, we're going to be doing this. We're going to cleanse this place so that you all will be free. We just need, like, 2 pieces of burning coal. That's it.
Just 2.
Just 2, maybe 4, 2 each. Because we do have to get, like, this surrounding area. So, because whatever is within the circle, correct, Keegan?
Yes.
Okay. So whatever's in the circle, like, if one has the will, one could cleanse, like, a whole fucking town if they want to. I'd imagine.
Yeah, it would just take a lot of time, and the difficulty would skyrocket, essentially.
Definitely. Oh, yeah, that's right. Difficulty encompasses the size. That's it. Okay, so okay, should we figure out the details first, or should we continue on, Zeb?
Let's continue on.
Let's continue on. Yes, perfect.
Yep.
All right. So let's find ourselves a pretty pissed off human spirit that's tired of working.
So there is a human who you hear someone going, all right. You hear the captain basically going, take 5. We're going to go to the next ship. As you hear one going, all right. As you just hear him kind of you hear him going, I just hate destroying the lake. Took my life, but I'm glad I lived on her. I agreed, but I am tired of being here. So tired. As the other spirit goes, I understand.
These are 2 guys together.
Yeah, well, he's calling out to the captain, and the other guy's kind of walking away.
Okay. Is that our man?
That probably is.
Probably is. What are we, like? Are we hiding behind anything? We didn't specify.
Yeah, you're hiding behind some rocks and seaweed, or I guess plant life.
Okay. So I'm gonna take a little pebble, if there is one nearby.
Yep.
Because I can walk through as if it was air, and these spirits are clearly working under this umbral water as if it was like air. I'm going to take this little pebble. I'm going to point it. I'm going to kind of turn to Zeb. I'm going to kind of point at it and then not throw it, but kind of motion my wrist as if I am going to toss it to kind of hit, hey, I'm going to try to get his attention.
I'll give, like, a thumb up.
Okay. And then I'm going to kind of part the seaweed, I guess, the water plants, and then just not aim it at him, but just kind of aim it to where he could possibly see it land in front of him and what direction it came from.
Okay. He sees it landing and looks over as he is taken aback as he sees a giant wolfman and a giant wolfman that looks like Anubis.
Yep. I'm gonna be sure to have my finger over kind of like my snoot, kind of like shh, and
Okay.
kind of calmly motion him over and in some sort of hand signaling that I am in no threat. Maybe some sort of another roll of the god dice, maybe of.
We will have you roll.
Okay.
Charisma expressions.
Okay, charisma expressions, and what I'm going for is possibly, I don't know, some old sailor sign language of I'm friendly. It's okay. Yeah.
Ooh.
So what should I roll? It is charisma and expression.
Expressions. And the difficulty is
Okay.
going to be 7, as it's very hard to look friendly as a 9-foot-tall killing monster machine.
This is the difficulty of this. So, alrighty. That's not a lot of dice. So,
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Boom.
Hey.
1 success as he kind of reluctantly shows up. He looks like he's ready to bolt at any moment. As he looks at you, remember that to communicate with him, you will have to spend 1 willpower.
that's right.
Okay.
And I only have 1. So, how many do you
Alright.
have?
I have willpower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
temporary
I have-
willpower.
I have 6.
You have
well,
6 temporary willpower.
Well, I mean 5 temporary, I guess. The last one I have to keep to be alive and function. So 5. But I can expend 1. But first, I'll look at you. We want to persuade him, yeah?
Right.
Okay. I'll expend a temporary willpower to communicate with him.
Okay? As he
We need
looks at
to-
you.
We need your help. I don't know if we can help you all escape, but I know that we can stop damage to the lake. And if you can help us with something very simple, I believe we can help more than just you, but all of the people that are being trapped here right now.
The only reason we're poisoning the lake is because that spirit says that he can guarantee our escape. If he becomes the lake, he can get us out of here and away from the Skinlands.
I'm kind of reluctant to spend my only 1.
I can translate back and forth. Oh, yeah, we can. My friend and I can swim out of here and bring you with us.
All 21 of us?
My friend is strong.
As I just kind of stand there, just all tall.
Very well. We will accept this offer. Or what do you need from me?
The burning materials that are here, that are powering this, we need 2 pieces of them each that are burning right now.
Okay.
2 for him, 2 for me. And that's it. And your silence that you've seen us.
Okay. Yeah. And then, what, you're going to reveal yourself to the rest of the crew when you're done, or?
Yes.
And
Okay.
I'll shake my head in agreement.
This isn't your secret to keep. This is just you helping us to get everyone out of here and get this thing gone.
Okay. Yeah, okay. As he
Great.
kind of goes off and he gets you the stuff you need.
Here, I'll spend a willpower now,
Okay.
and I'll go. Wait. What is your name?
Arthur.
Thank you, Arthur. My name is Mark. This is Zeb. Thank you for helping us.
Thank you, Arthur.
Yeah. I just want to be out of here. And I don't want to kill the lake, so I'm putting a lot of trust in you.
Don't worry. We want the same thing.
He returns with the coal, and you begin your rite of cleansing circle.
All right.
We're going to say you succeeded just for time's sake and drama's sake.
Awesome.
As the cleansing goes off, you hear the shriek of the spirit as you see parts of its body burning away. It is clearly weakened, but still alive as it rushes you. I need initiative. Roll a single d10 and add your wits and dexterity to that roll. And that will be your initiative. This will be an easy initiative because there's only...
How do I make that roll? Difficulty...
No
0?
difficulty, so... sorry. It is roll 1d10 plus your wits, and then it's just, we go off the number. Whoever has the higher number goes first.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And so it's wits
Okay.
dexterity, right?
Yep, wits plus dexterity.
But we're in Kronos.
Oh, yeah, we are in Krynos. Good point.
Well, it doesn't affect wits, but it does affect dex. Let's see if I did this right.
All right. I rolled a 16.
Okay.
All right. I rolled an 8.
All right. So Zeb, you get to declare what you're doing first, and then everyone else will be able to go off of that information. So, Zeb, what are you doing this round?
Oh, man. So it's charging at us, right?
Yep.
Man. Since I really don't have any weapons or equipment for this might just be a straight up brawl attack on this thing.
Okay, do you want to dodge?
Oh, yeah, actually, no, that's a much better idea. Yep, let's dodge.
Okay, so you're going to dodge. The spirit is going to spend a point of its remaining health pool in a fury as you see the bits of debris start to swirl around, and it strikes you like a tidal wave under the water, and it will be doing damage directly. And dodge doesn't matter.
Yay!
Mark?
Oof. I am going to spend a rage.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast, I'm not going to use the rage to cast Spirit Snare, but I'm going to cast Spirit Snare on the spirit.
Okay.
And with the rage, I'm going to use that to kind of dodge tackle Zeb out of the way. So like I dodge too kind of deal, but you do you get the imagery I see?
I get the imagery, but the blast is specifically designed so you cannot dodge it.
Oh, okay.
But what you could do, I could allow you to do a Dex Athletics to get in the way, and I will increase the damage towards you that is rolled, that you get to soak, and then he takes none of it.
Let's go with that.
Okay, let me just double check. Spirit Snare. You cannot do this action. You need because you have to spend one Gnosis for Spirit Snare, and you cannot spend.
No notice.
Well, no, you can't spend rage that too, but you can't spend rage and Gnosis in the same turn.
Oh, okay. I will just do. Let's see here. I will not spend my rage then. My action will be to step in the way. Pretty much. I'm going to Piccolo to Gohan this.
Okay. So you jump in the way. You get to roll Soak, which is just your stamina. Difficulty 6.
Okay.
Holy cow.
2.
So you take 2 points of aggravated damage as the blast just hits you and avoids you. Zeb, you can choose to just dodge nothing, or you can try and spend 1 willpower, roll your willpower difficulty 8, and change your action.
All right. Let's go ahead and, we'll spend that willpower and roll. From this point, since I've expended two temporary willpower already, I'm rolling my remaining willpower as my willpower pool, right?
No, it's you still get to just roll your total willpower. That's a vampire rule. That rule is actually not in Werewolf.
All right, sweet. And you said difficulty 8.
Yep, it's difficulty 8.
Oh.
Dang. So you are committed to that action. So sadly, actually, because you botched it, you have to lose another willpower.
Okay.
All right. What are you going to do this round?
Okay. This is my own personal ignorance when it comes to fighting Banes. I'm used to playing Mage and use Spirit. Do that. I can physically attack this thing. Correct.
Correct.
Okay. Then with Brawl and the strength of Gaia alone, I will physically rend at this creature.
Okay.
This Bane. Huh? Do I go now? Is that my? So I.
Nope.
I take,
That's your declaration. So now the spirit knows what you're doing.
Okay.
And so the spirit is going to spend 1 more point of essence, and it's going to do the same attack on both of you.
Ooh.
And finally, Mark, what are you going to do?
All right. This is when. So it's the same attack, so I can't dodge it.
Correct. But you do have a nice full bit of rage, and so you could attack it multiple times before it gets its attack off.
Definitely. So.
What's your permanent rage?
My permanent rage is 3, and I have 3 temporary rage right now.
Okay, so you can spend a total of 2 rage per turn.
Yep.
Also, gain 1 point of rage for joining combat, and gain an additional point of rage for taking damage.
Oh, okay, sweet. So I will spend those 2 to block again. So my regular action will be to block again.
Okay.
And then my second action will be to. Is there kind of like an innate Krynos Garu, like I need to heal up really freaking fast right now?
You cannot heal aggravated damage that way.
Okay. Never mind then. Then I will use my remaining 2 actions to attack the Bane as well.
You gonna claw or you gonna bite?
I will bite.
Okay, so give me a Dex Brawl, difficulty 5. I'm just gonna roll the Bane Soak.
Here's the first roll.
So that's one rollover. So strength plus 1 plus your rollover. So strength plus 2 in this case. Difficulty 6.
That's 9 dice. Difficulty 6. 4.
Nice. So you did 1 damage. As you leap forward, as you attempt to take a bite, your fangs dig into the ethereal body of the Bane as you feel the crush of metal, and there's kind of a scraping noise as you rip out and you see the oil splash and shake within the water as well. Second attack, please. All right, that's 3 rollover, so that'll be your Krynos strength plus 4, Adam.
Dang.
Difficulty 6.
11. That's 11 dice now.
Oof.
Oof.
So as you bite, the metal kind of shimmers and moves as the rust gets in the way, and your teeth dig in and do nothing. As you feel the scrape, it's like biting aluminum with a yeah.
Everything's terrible.
Yeah, it's like biting aluminum over a filling with the added bonus of getting the dirt taste of oil in your mouth.
Ugh.
It is here then that the spirit does its blast. Roll Soak, Adam.
Difficulty 6. 1.
Krynos stamina.
Krynos stamina. Never mind. All right. Krynos stamina is going to be way different. Yes. 3.
That's what's up.
All right. So as the bits of metal and rock that come at you, you place your arms up as they start beating away at you as you glare at it. As the balefire that surrounds these objects do nothing. As you see, it looks like an ember strikes you and bursts as you stand strong and unmoved. All right, Zeb.
All right, let's go for our claw attack here.
All right.
Oh, man. So let's see, Dex Brawl.
Yep, difficulty 6.
Difficulty 6.
It doesn't soak anything, so...
Oh, good thing.
Would you like to use your mulligan chip?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, re-roll that roll.
Let's do that. Oh my gosh. It's a difficulty 6, right?
Yep, for a claw.
Oh,
there we go. So 1 rollover. So strength plus 2.
Strength plus 2. All right. Diff 6. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
2 damage.
That's something.
As you're slicing into it, the thing starts to look like its metal fragments are pulling away, like it's dissolving, and then they pull back in. The bits of green flare in its eyes have even dimmed. They look distant. Zeb, what are you doing this round?
I'm gonna go for another claw swipe.
Okay. The creature in its desperation is going to once again try and do another blast as you see it pulling up, as you see the rust and fire within it, and you actually see the boiling chunk of balefire launch out of it and bubbles bursting around the superheated mass. And Mark, what are you going to do this round?
Does the thing have a head?
A vague shape of one, yes. As much of a head that 2 eyes of green floating in a sphere of oil and rust can have.
Okay. I want to hopefully, before this thing can attack, to thrust out my massive mammoth Krynos paw, surround its freaking head, and squish it.
Okay, we're gonna treat that as a claw attack, and I'll give you 1 bonus die for the description.
Awesome, thank you.
So, Dex Brawl plus 1, difficulty 6, please.
Roll +1. Awesome. Difficulty 5. No, difficulty 6. 2.
Hey.
2. That's 2 rollover. So claw is a +2 to strength, so you would be doing Krynos strength +4.
11 again. Difficulty 6.
All right, it soaked.
Oh, dang it. So I just have this thing's head just...
So your hand goes in, you grab, you squeeze, and it seems like it crushes. Then you feel the oil just wrap around your hand, and the rust is right there.
Oof.
So this is to both of you. Both of you roll soak, please.
All right.
Well, you soaked it.
No, jeez. Resoundingly.
Yeah.
So the balefire strikes you once again, and you both are unharmed. Also, Sig, don't forget to take a -1 penalty from everything.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So I got a 2 there.
That's fun. Oh, and it's just 1 die, so we're just going to treat it as whatever.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. It
No worries.
hurts. Yep.
All right, it is your turn, Zeb.
All right, you're going to see my mighty combat pool on display here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
2 rollover. So, Krynos strength +4.
All right.
Dang. So 4 damage as where the blast came from. You see an oily, slick heart as your claw reaches in, you grab it, and you crush it. The thing convulses as it then dissolves into nothing but trash.
Awesome, dude.
Are you grievously hurt?
Nah, I'm fine. I'll walk it off. I go over to Zeb, and I go, Speaks-with-Sweet-Whispers, huh? Why do they call you that?
Normally I was the quiet one.
Ah, well, you just showed that quiet ones you gotta be careful of.
The Theurgers, they need to be careful of.
Indeed. And I kind of extend out a Krynos fist.
Yeah, fist bump.
Krynos fist bump.
That's it.
And so you return and you swim up with the crew, getting them out of Lake Superior, though you'll need to walk them at least part way out of here. But before you leave with this ragtag crew, Sitson Calm acknowledges you both and announces that you are both Fostern in the eyes of the Garu. True, full-blown adults.
Mark let loose a howl of victory and reverence to the nation.
Absolutely.
As you give out your howls, and Sitson Calm gives the same, and from the distance you hear the Karen giving the same howls back in answer to the glory. Now there are the moon paths that you must follow to go further in, to take these spirits away from this place, so that they can find their way.
Of course. It would be an honor.
You move through the broken paths here and there, and begin trying to track and follow as the shadows are deep and the moon bridges give off very little light during the crescent moon. You are getting closer and closer to your destination as the trees seem to wither and there's a sort of grayness about it. Everything. The light of Luna dims.
Where do you think we are?
The end for these men? Is this where they pass over into wherever human spirits go?
Possibly. I am unfamiliar with this part of the Umbra. Of course.
As they go...
I've one.
Oh, as one of them goes, yeah, I think we're close. It feels
Is it Arthur?
right. Yeah.
Awesome.
As you get to the crossroads, one way the ghosts are ready to go, another way leading somewhere else, as Bear appears and goes, I think this is the furthest we can go.
I think so too, Bear. I believe our spirits have no need to be in this realm.
Indeed. It was a remark. I'll follow these men a little bit farther.
Before you can leave, though, you both notice someone's looking at you. You didn't see him before. He's standing off the path. He is a cloaked man, and you cannot see his face.
I'll give a I'll give kind of a stern, inquisitive look, kind of a face that says, "Why are you looking at us?"
The hood moves and you see nothing but cinders and smoke. You've seen this spirit before. He's called out to you before for destiny. Mark guides the fallen.
Oh my god. Holy crap, it's the messenger, right? It's
Yes.
correct? The
Correct.
messenger. Oh my god, it's the messenger. Traveler, that's it. The traveler, not the messenger.
You see him too. Speaks with a sweet whisper. Or speaks with... Excuse me. Speaks with sweet whispers. You've heard of this spirit before as well. He is considered the herald of Phoenix.
Oh, traveler, it's an honor. I've heard your tales. What does Phoenix bring?
You walk towards destiny, pups. Do not turn away. For youth remains, but soon wonder will decay. One hounded by death and seeking life, the other hounded by questions, but who will only find the knife. Still, it is a sad time for all involved. Innocence will die, and soon they will see the eye. Hold strong, Mary Garu, for if you do not answer destiny's call, be sure that Gaia will fall. And he vanishes in a burst of smoke and fire.
And here I thought the traveler's work was done with me. Seems when you meet him once, you will meet him again.
Oh, consider this a good omen. There's still need for you yet?
Aye. There seems to be a need for you, too. Maybe our paths will cross again, Zeb. And I hope they do.
I hope so, Mark. It was a pleasure to journey with you. And I'll tell your story. And your bravery.
Don't
Standing
only tell my...
against darkness.
Yes. We all stand against this darkness. Not just I, but also my pack and your pack. What is your pack's name, by the way?
I wander alone, my friend, as a messenger for the Gru Nation. I take on a pack when needed, but I do not have one now. The Striders travel alone.
Well, that is very true. Well, I appreciate our paths crossing. I extend my... I would imagine we're in Hamid form, or still in Krynos form.
Yeah, you're in whatever form you feel like.
Would you want to be in Hamid form?
Yeah, Hamid.
Awesome. So I'll extend my arm out, kind of kind of in the fashion of I would like to clasp your forearm kind of deal, and I kind of reach out, and I go, well, consider yourself an unofficial member of Fomore's Bane. We can always use allies like you.
Keep on a lookout for your pack, Mark. Are they journeying here?
I haven't seen my pack in quite a while, and considering we have been in the Umbra, probably been longer now.
Can I bring them a message from you?
Of course. Tell them not to worry. Our paths will cross. No matter what roads we take, our paths will cross.
Very well, Mark. Travel well.
Nope, as do you, Zeb.
You split up, and Zeb goes off, vanishing into the dark mists of the Dark Umbra. You continue on your path, Mark, and as you leave, you pop out once again in the penumbra. You find yourself in an open field near a forest. There are several spirits around.
I approach these spirits.
Greetings, Garu. We have not seen one of your kind here in a few days. You usually pass through. What brings you here?
Greetings, reverend spirits. I'm on a journey, and my journey has taken me down to this path. Is there any way I could be an assistance to you? You mentioned I'm the only Garu in the past few days, which is odd.
There is no Karen here. They simply defend the best they can. And you hear a crackling voice behind you. Usually if they have promises, like you.
I turn around.
There is a fire spirit there.
Reverend Fire Spirit. I have not forgotten our promise.
It seems odd, though, for it is near the end of May now.
True. A lot has made me wary and has burdened my mind's spirits. But trust me, your voice is in the back of my mind.
We call
If it pleases you now, my journey, my personal journey, can now entail fulfilling the promise I have for you.
Set some trees ablaze. That is all we ask, in return of the favor that we once granted.
Of course. Would you like this to be controlled, or would you like me to light the blaze and walk away?
Light the blaze, walk away. If it is meant to be put out, then it shall be put out. These are the ways of fire.
Of course, fire spirits, as is your will.
You return to the physical realm, and you do as you were asked and pass back into the Umbra. More moon paths leading off. But we will find out where those moon paths lead next time. Thank you to everyone who listened. Thank you, Sean, for joining.
That was great.
And we'll catch you in the next episode.